Hello, everybody, and welcome to our very first ever International Dinner 2021 live stream show. I am joined here by my co-host and junior assistant director, Taro. For those of you who are joining us on YouTube, my name is Marie, and I am the assistant director of Seattle University's very own International Student Center. For those of you joining us on Twitch, hello, I see Thick Duvet there. Saidi is also there on Twitch. It is your girl, Marito Bonito. So everybody, this year we are celebrating our official 44th International Dinner with the theme of Our World at Home. This year we are taking the Jesuit approach, where we are going to be doing some holistic programming, where we thought, you know what, let's do some programming outside of the virtual Zoom classroom. Tonight, we are going to see the following. We're going to see some speeches. We're going to have some musical acts, some dance performances, food tutorials coming from not just current students, but we're also having performances from clubs, and we'll also be having performances from our fantastic alumni. Checking out the YouTube chat, I see we got KXSU. Hello, Randy. We have CEO. I saw Carol and Melissa in the chat. Saw our CSI crew. Always so excited to see you all. We got a good number of international and SDA alumni. And then I also recognize some current student names. And I also see some community members. And last but not least, of course, I saw campus ministry there. So, before we begin the formal part of tonight's program, I do want to just go ahead and begin with a land acknowledgement. So, everybody, as we begin gathering today, we respectfully acknowledge that our event today is taking place on occupied Coast Salish land, and that Seattle University is on the homelands of Duwamish people. We pay respect to Coast Salish elders, past and present, and extend that respect to their descendants and to all Indigenous people. To acknowledge this land is to recognize its longer history and our place in that history. It is to recognize these lands and waters and their significance for the people who's lived and continued to live in this region, whose practices and spiritualities were and are tied to the land and the water, and whose lives continue to enrich and develop in the relationship to the land, waters, and other inhabitants today. All right, everybody. So before we begin with our program throughout this event, I just want to let everyone know, as you can see over to my side here, we have our first ever virtual tip jar. And so you will see this virtual tip jar throughout the event. All tips are going to go directly towards the Seattle University International Dinner Fund, as well as to our Seattle University International Student Emergency Funds. These are tips, and so they're non-refundable, and they are not donations, so they are not tax deductible. We appreciate anything that will be coming in. Just so everyone knows, we will, for any tips that are more than $15, we will also be sending out our commemorative International Student Center 2021 International Dinner commemorative pin for our theme of our world at home. So, transitioning also, the links to that tip jar will be dropped in the chat. It is also in the description of the event on YouTube. So, transitioning back over to our scheduled program, the first speaker that we will be having joining us tonight is Father Stephen Sundborg. As those of you at Seattle University know, but for a community guest may be surprised, this is Father Stephen Sundborg's last year of his 24-year presidency with our university. During his time as our university president, he did oversee the development of the building of our student center, the building of the new law school, our new residential housing buildings, as well as overseeing the development of the fitness center and much more. So everybody, without much further ado, let's welcome Father Stephen Sundborg.
Hi, Father Steve Sundborg here. Welcome to the International Dinner. This is one of the most fun events we have at Seattle University every year. I hear people, even alumni, talking about what the dinner was like when they were students, preparing the food, doing the performances. It's a rich cultural kind of event. What went right, what went wrong, how many family members were present. It's just a highlight of the year. So it's a wonderful kind of a thing that we have. And I'm really proud of the way we're keeping the tradition by, even on this year when we can't get together on the dinner itself, we're finding a way to honor that dinner and to make the bridge between the last time we've had and the next time we're able to get together. When I have an opportunity to talk with Seattle University students and to ask them what are they most surprised about in the United States, they say they're always surprised about our families. We just have a different sense about family in the United States than our international students have. It's really wonderful to get them to talk about their families and how when you're part of the family, you're always part of the family. and you have this sense that you never leave it, and they're always with you, and it's just a wonderful kind of a sense of community. So I really welcome the families who are part of the International Dinner. When they ask them what would they show me if I came to their country, they almost always say, I would take you into our family and we would have a feast, we would have a celebration, and they would describe the various ways in which you celebrate in your own families. It's a wonderful thing. I once had a friend who told me that every time in the United States that we have a celebration, it's like a meeting. We're a little bit not quite as relaxed as the international students are and their families are about a celebration. So welcome to this dinner. It's great to be able to have you with us at it. Congratulations to those who are sponsoring it in this virtual kind of a way. Let's keep the tradition, and particularly in my last year as president at Seattle University, I'm delighted to welcome you to something that I think is really so very important for Seattle U. Thanks very much, and have a great time. Thanks.
Thank you, President Sunborg, for your kind words in supporting our international dinner over the years. And so next we will have some words from our director, Dale H. Watanabe. Dale has been with the International Student Center for 21 years, serving in his role as director over the course of the last 4 years. Dale is also recognized and appreciated as both a community leader and an organizer throughout different spaces within Seattle. So next we will go ahead and have Dale.
Thank you for taking time to click over to this virtual event this evening. This is an international dinner like no other. Not so much a dinner, but as we started calling it in our team meetings, this will be a potluck of entertainment and experience of the international dinner. The brilliant idea of the theme this year, Our World at Home, could not be any more fitting for this unique experience. We welcome you to our table from wherever you are. Technology has made our world more connected than ever before. With the challenges of 2020 behind us, and officially now in the year of the ox, symbolizing strength and resilience, we know that there is a bright end ahead of the darkness. As we continue to navigate in uncharted territory, we all should be reminded that we are on this journey together. No one has the perfect roadmap. Everyone is dealing with it as best as they can. The theme, Our World at Home, was expanded to 4 key areas of taste, tradition, travel, and teach. This brings us all an opportunity to learn from each other and help make the world a better place for all of us. The taste that we have from that favorite food we so love, the tradition that has been passed down and makes us who we are, the travel that takes us across the globe and experience something new and challenges us, and to teach about our own life experience as a model for others around us. I understand that this event may not be what you want, or maybe even what you expected the 2021 International Dinner to look like. I know for me, this being my 21st consecutive International Dinner, I imagined it quite different. Nevertheless, I am proud that we are able to bring this experience to you tonight and to keep this important campus tradition alive. My special thanks go out to everyone who submitted content and to all those who worked behind the scenes to make this possible. Huge thank you to the ISC team, the support that made work in this pandemic possible. The all-star team of Lauren Albano, Sabine Chaudhry, and Marie Johnston went above and beyond, and joined by SDA candidate Sayuri Barron, there was no stopping us to make this evening a reality. Tonight, may you be nourished by what you see and experience. I hope that you will enjoy our program from your part of the world and know that you are welcome here. We are glad you have joined us. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Dale, our absolutely fearless leader, for helping us continue on the legacy of International Dinner. And so, as I had mentioned before, y'all, International Dinner has been going strong for 44 whole years. You know, back when the International Student Center was a house located where SU Park is next to the Murphy Apartments, this actually just started as an event that was from the power of the students. and began as a potluck. It was something that was student driven, student run, and it was something where they brought their own dishes and organized it. But then over the years, it expanded from a potluck organized by students to a live show dinner with 351 guests, over 70 volunteers, and a 10-course buffet that is all entirely prepared by students, and the recipes are provided by students as well. And so even in that 3 hours of entertainment, you just have a whole group where you have clubs, you have student performers, you have community members, all just participating and just sharing our love of music and our love of culture together. We've had raffle prizes from small businesses all over the city. And we've also had just fabulous decorations that are all just planned out from the students from the beginning until the end. And so we've put together a video just highlighting just the history of international dinner, the past international dinners that, we've just enjoyed over the years, just to remind us, like, what is the true spirit of this event? Because it's not always a virtual event. It is just one big celebratory party. Also, just really quickly, I just would love to acknowledge some of our for some of our tips, our tips that are coming in. Thank you so much to Kosser, Trish, and Dr. Kitty for just providing us with tips throughout this night and all these performances. So, without much further ado, we're gonna go ahead and transition over to our video showcasing the history of international dinner. As you all can see, there's just so much fantastic energy behind the history and legacy of international dinner. And so I hope tonight we can honor the spirit and keep momentum just bigger and stronger, so that when we do come back in person, then we'll have the opportunity to just celebrate together and just feel reunited in the future. And so I also just want to take a quick moment to once again thank everyone who has come in and tipped. On the Twitch side of the house, all 12 of you, welcome, welcome. On the YouTube side of the house, I see there's 55 of you. Very excited to have you all joining us today. Kosser, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch, and welcome to the Merito Bonito community. Special thanks to Randy, Alyssa, Biff, and Levin for your contributions to our community tip jar. And hello to my friend Jazza Spiritu, who is tuning in and just said hi over on Twitch. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and begin with our international dinner official performances. So this format is totally a variety show. And so usually, you're all in line getting food. There's people playing music in the background. Everybody's just fighting each other, trying to get to that buffet line as soon as possible. And so we decided, you know what, we're going to keep that tradition because Live International Dinner always starts with the infamous meal. And so we're going to start with a little bit of food content. So before I go ahead and introduce our food video guest, I first want to let everyone know that through our SU International Weebly page, of which we will see links dropped in the chat, we have been doing scans of our international dinner cookbook. And so we do have a recommended meal set up to you to walk you through our own palette choices for tonight as if we were in person. And these cookbook pages, I'll just show you what the picture of the food looks like, as well as a little bit of background information about each dish. Each scan page is going to be a mix between student submitted dishes, some dishes that students just kind of looked at that might be like home family cooked goods, but each page was 100% designed by students. And so they edited all the information, took all the photography, and did all the InDesign magic to make it what it is today. And so without much further ado, I would like to introduce the first video for tonight, which is featuring Calvin Serrao. And so Calvin was born and raised in Dubai. He is an Indian alumnus and is an absolutely talented YouTuber, I guess, a YouTube content creator. And so Calvin has absolutely loved food and cooking. And so he decided to create a YouTube channel in which his recipes center delicious foods, but with opportunities for some healthy cooking hacks. And so Calvin is a 2019 Bachelor of Arts in Humanities alumnus, and he is excited to showcase with all of you some videos about eating good food and feeling good afterwards. Sorry about that, we're having some tech issues apparently. Let me fix that real fast. And all right, here we go. Let's try that one more time, y'all.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make vegan chai. Start by adding 1.5 cup of water to a cold pot, followed by a myriad of warming spices, such as peppercorns, cloves, cinnamon sticks, crushed cardamom, and sliced ginger. Which you want to crush with the flat side of a knife until juices release and it's extremely fragrant. Give the whole mix a stir before adding 2 tea bags, followed by 3 tablespoons of coconut cream before slowly bringing it up to a boil. Now this is totally optional, but you can go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar. Once it's boiled over, cover it up, take it off the heat, and get ready to pour. Some of you may have noticed a lot of people and recipes talking about collagen lately. Well, that's because it's really good for better skin, joint health, and muscle mass. But usually I like to add a few scoops of it into my chai because it's a great way to get some extra collagen without really altering the flavor. Before I finished, I went and added 2 scoops of collagen powder. Strain the chai into your mug, give it a stir, and enjoy.
Thank you so much to Calvin for providing us with some of your YouTube content to share with our community today. We are going to be dropping links to Calvin's social media, YouTube pages, all of that in the chat, wherever it may be, based off of what platform you are tuning in from. Be sure to, drop him a like, drop him a subscription, and let's support some of the content from our absolutely talented international student community. Before we move on to introducing the next performer, I would like to go ahead and thank Sayuri, DeAndre and Colin, Bruno, and Megan K for contributing to our virtual tip jar. It's been very fun seeing all the tips come in, just like as if we were having a live busking show. And so as a reminder, for those of you interested in tipping, the description is here in the About section of the video on both platforms. So next, I would love to introduce a very wonderful, dearest close friend of mine. And this friend is Jazz Espiritu. Jazz is an SDA alumnus from the class of 2016 and has also previously worked at Seattle University. Jazz is absolutely a talented musician, and you can find his music on Twitch, Spotify, and YouTube. Occasionally, you can also find Jazz and I busking at Pike Place Market. And you'll probably see us there in the future once we're able to, just go back out in the streets and do some live performances. So this will be a recording from one of Jazz's performances from his very own Twitch streams.
Here's a song I wrote about kind of being Filipino American. Really was the big thing. Well, the big thing was really this was a song kind of dealing through the passing of my grandmother in the Philippines, and the understanding that love can feel so close to you even if it's an ocean away. Yeah. So this one is called An Ocean Away. I tend to see things that aren't really there. Ghosts turn to ghosts of a life I compare. But none of it matters when I'm still aware that we're under our own sun. I spend my nights in all these disguises, identity spent on a quarter-life crisis. But you were the one that I could confide in, 'cause we're under our own sun. But I'm still an ocean away, and I still have so much to say. The voices in my head are singing your name. Direction is all that I want. We're under our own sun. But I'm still an ocean away. I'll make the most of the days I have left. Hours to minutes, with seconds to end. But tragedy strikes, and I still depend that we're under our own sun. But I'm still an ocean away, and I still have so much to say. And the voices in my head are singing your name. Direction is all that I want. We're under our own sun. And I'm still an ocean away. still an ocean away. Singing your name. I still have so much to say. Singing your name. Singing your name. Singing your name. Singing your name. Singing your name, 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 singing your name. Singing your name. They're singing your name. Singing your name. They're singing your name.
And that was the absolutely wonderful Jazz Espiritu. And so, as a reminder, we have dropped all the links to Jazz's social media in our chat. And so, be sure to follow him on every single platform. I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Jazz is absolutely one of the most talented musician friends that I have. Very proud to know Jazz. And thank you so much for coming back to join us to support Seattle University's very own International Student Center. I do want to quickly just do a quick thank you to Kitty Charles, Patrick Fernandez, and Paul Kurose for contributing to our tip jar. Just as a reminder, any tips that do come in tonight are going directly to the International Student Center, International Dinner, and Student Emergency Funds. Anything over $15 will get a commemorative pin. And so, next, looking at our next performance in our lineup, we have our first club performance. Yeah. And so with this club performance, we will be welcoming Hidaka Taiko. Hidaka Taiko was founded in 2017 by both an exchange student and an international student. And so Taiko is a style of traditional Japanese drumming, and they are actually one of the biggest clubs on campus. They have been going so strong from their origins back in 2017, and they have been featured in so many different performances. I believe they were featured at Day of Remembrance performances, basketball games for both Seattle University and I believe University of Washington. I know that they've also collaborated with University of Washington. Bianca, thank you for contributing to the tip jar. They've also have partnered with University of Washington's Taiko Club and participated in their showcase. They also host their very own International Student Showcase. Thank you so much, Jazz, for your tip as well. And of course, they have been performing at International Dinner since their origins back in 2017. So the video that they have gone ahead and submitted for us today is actually their last performance that they have had in person. And so this performance is from Seattle University's 2020 Day of Remembrance event. And so we'll go ahead and welcome a performance by Hidaka Taiko. But before I do that, thank you so much, Carol, for your contribution to our tip jar as well. And that was our very own Hidaka Taiko. Even though, we're watching through a virtual video, we can still feel the energy from the Taiko as it comes in. Wow, thank you so much, Kitty Charles, for contributing again to our tip jar. I also saw that during that performance, we had a tip come in from Judy, and we had a tip come in from G Lo. For everyone who has been contributing, as a friendly reminder, you will get a pin for any contributions over $15, and we will coordinate with you later on. If you're interested in contributing to the tip jar, link available down below. And so, if you are interested in playing Taiko, joining Taiko, or even wanting to support the Hidaka Taiko Club, for anyone who is a part of the Seattle University community, you can find them on Engage SU. I do see someone commenting on the Twitch side of the house saying there was no Taiko Club when they were at SU, sad face. Yes, this Taiko Club was started in 2017 and has been growing and going strong ever since then. I think they had 30 members the last time I heard how many members they had. So they're an absolutely incredible club, and we're so happy that Seattle U finally has their very own Taiko Club. So then next we will be moving on to a performance from a community member, a community organization. And so with this community organization, they have actually performed at International Dinner in years prior. And so this group, Vandana Gumuluru, they are a dance group, and as you all may recognize them in the videos, they have performed at many international dinners in the past, actually. This year, they went ahead and sent in a custom performance for us that's also available on their YouTube page, which we will be dropping in the chat. And so this year, in order to kind of maintain the goal of creating virtual memories, two sisters have come together to showcase their dance talent on with a fun Bhangra hip hop. Essence of the song might be, oh, Sharon, thank you so much for contributing to the tip jar as well. And so the essence of this song is, it might be lost in translation as you're listening to it. Oh my gosh, Kitty Charles coming in again. And so thank you so much, Kitty Charles. So this song is a duet. And so this Howly Howly song has a man and a woman singing two parts. And so the man's part is singing to a woman that she needs to slow down or else she's going to injure herself. But the woman is singing about how she is all decked out, ready to go out, dance, and party. And so we will be going ahead and welcoming our past performers, Vandana Gumuluru.
ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ yeah baby ਉਹ ਮੋਰਨੀ ਕਿ ਜੈਸੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਲੱਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚਦੀ ਚਾਹ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਝ ਸੇ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਟਦੀ ਰੈੱਡ ਸੂਟ ਨਾਲ ਜਦ ਪਾਵੇਂ ਰੈੱਡ ਚੂੜੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਸੂਲੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਟੰਗਦੀ ਵੇ ਆਈ ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਦੇਖ ਸੱਜ ਧੱਜ ਕੇ ਥੱਪਨੋਂ ਨੀ ਮੋਰਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਨੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਬੱਚ ਬੱਚ ਕੇ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਠੁਮਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਫਾਇਰ ਲਗਾ ਓਏ ਹੌਲੀ 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 ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚ ਬਦਲੋ ਨੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਨਾ ਮਰੋੜਾ ਖਾ yeah baby
As a reminder, that was Vandana Gumuluru. We will be having their information dropped in the chat. We are so excited that even though we weren't able to have international dinner this year, we were able to maintain our friendships with different community groups throughout the city of Seattle. And so we're so excited that, this group had thought about us, that they were more than happy to send something over again this year. We're just we're just so happy to just have that spirit and that energy moving forward. And so just remember, support small businesses, support your community members. We're all in this together and we're all here for one another. I also saw during that performance, we did get another tip from Wendell. Thank you so much, Wendell, for contributing to the tip. As you can see, y'all, as you do the tip contributions, you see the funds come in on the tip jar over here, but your name also does appear right underneath in the boxes over here. So Wendell, being our most recent person, your name gets to be featured right on top. All right, so next we have a performance from an international alumnus. And so next we will be having a performance by Michelle Angajaya. Michelle, or Michanga, as a lot of her close family members and friends like to call her. She is currently based in Jakarta, Indonesia, and is an SU alumnus from 2018. Oh, Sabrina, thank you so much for your contribution to our tip jar. We greatly appreciate it. And so Michanga is now currently back home for good since early 2019. She's currently working in a venture capital space where she meets with interesting startups and founders of these startups. She hopes that everyone is staying strong and healthy amidst COVID-19. She says that even though it's tough not being able to get together and laugh together, she hopes we can all stay connected through technology. I did see Michelle Angajaya's very name, in the YouTube side of the house. So hi, Michanga. It's so good to see you. I miss you so much. Thank you so much for sending over a video, and we're all very excited to see your performance. So next up, we have Michelle Angajaya.
Hi guys, my name is Michelle and I am from Indonesia. Today I will be singing a song called Sejauh Timur dari Barat, which literally translates into as far as the east is from the west. I hope you guys enjoy. Sejauh timur dari barat, engkau membuang dosaku. Tiada kau ingat lagi pelanggaranku. Jauh ke dalam tubir laut, kau melemparkan dosaku. Tiada kau perhitungkan kesalahanku. Betapa besar kasih pengampunanmu, Tuhan. Tak kau pandang hina hati yang hancur. Ku berterima kasih kepadamu ya Tuhan. Pengampunan yang kau beri, pulihkanku. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. And by the way, I am wearing a Seattle U International Dinner t shirt um, from the one that was called Around the World. And I am so excited to see how SUID 2021 is gonna play out. I miss you guys so much, and I miss Seattle U, and for sure I miss International Student Center so so much. Have a great one, guys.
With this being our first ever virtual format of International Dinner, it has been absolutely amazing to not just have Michelle send in a video performance, but to also have her be there live to watch this show alongside with us. Michelle is tuning in from Indonesia. I also see Very Hairy Potato now following me on Twitch. Welcome, welcome to the Merito Bonito community. Very excited to have you join us. I also saw at this moment that we got another tip jar contribution from T Snow. Thank you so much, T Snow, for contributing to our lovely tip jar. And so, just as Michanga had shared, it's been tough just not being able to see each other, but it is absolutely amazing how we've been able to see everybody come together via technology. Charles P. Litterbottom, fantastic username. Thank you so much for contributing to our tip jar as well. Very excited to see all the support coming in for both our International Dinner and our International Student Emergency Fund. Next, we will have one more performance that is going to conclude the first half of tonight's show. And so this performance is from our very own alumnus, Wendy Tefer. Wendy is an international alumnus from Ecuador. She graduated in the class of 2018 and studied both creative writing and theater. Wendy sent in a unique performance to us, showcasing her very own theatrical and singing talents. She actually used this video as part of a virtual talent showcase at the school in which she is teaching over in Ecuador. And so we will go ahead and welcome a video performance from our very own Wendy.
Time to pay the piper for the pants you unbuckled. And hey, you can keep seeing my poor wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. I hit the letter and I raced to her place. Said, how could you, in her face? She said, no, sir. I dressed apologetic, a mess. She's pathetic, she cried. Please don't go, sir. Was your whole story set up? I don't know about any letter. Stop crying, goddammit. Get up. I didn't know any better. Please believe me. I am helpless. Just give him what he wants and you can have me. Whatever he wants, if you pay, you can stay. Lord, show me how to say no to this. Don't know how to say no to this. Oh my God, she looks so helpless, helpless.
And that was a very fun performance from our very own talented Wendy. And so, like I shared, that Wendy was a theater and creative writing major, and I think it absolutely shows in her fantastic singing ability. I love seeing the hype in the chat for the Hamilton hype. So excited to see everybody just freaking out and excited because I think that was such a fun add to the overall flow of our live stream tonight. So we're going to take a brief intermission, not like we're going to stop programming or anything like that. But I do want to highlight our very own social media campaign that we've had. And so throughout the month of February, we've had a couple different programs leading up to this live stream variety show. And so with this live stream variety show, one of the first things we had was a social media campaign featuring people's reflections on their 4 T's. These 4 T's are taste, tradition, travel, and teach. And we invited people to post on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you like. Just a short sentence, just telling us, teach us something new about these 4 T's and reflect on your very own experience. Because what kind of Jesuit school would we be if we didn't invite everyone to reflect with us? So we're going to go ahead and take a quick peek over to some of our social media posts that we would like to highlight. So, the first one is a post about taste. We decided to remove names just to, keep everyone's information private. But this one, my claim, if a Pakistani South Asian had to pick one dish to represent a taste of home, they will pick simple dal chawal. Another taste post, I dream constantly of the delicious, comforting, and flavorful green pozole of Zihuatanejo, Mexico, in the state of Guerrero, one of their national dishes. Angie, thank you so much for your contribution to our tip jar. We greatly appreciate it. As a reminder, all tips are going towards our International Student Emergency Fund and our international dinner planning budget. Going over to the next post, another taste post. I fell in love with Peruvian potatoes and casa rellena and the creamy avocados. Did you know that there are over 4,000 potato varieties in Peru? I did not know that. As y'all can tell, I am reading these right now and I am learning so much about different foods around the world. This one is called gyudon. This is one of my favorite, this isn't me talking about it, but this is one of their favorite Japanese foods. Have you heard of Yoshinoya before? That's a famous chain restaurant in Japan. Gyu means beef and don means rice bowl. Now transitioning over to some travel posts. In Vietnam, I love to travel to Tay Bac, which are mountainous areas covered with dense fog. This place around is the radiant beauty of terraced fields. Just look at how beautiful the scenery is. Like, first we get to see all the fantastic food. Now we get to see all these places around the world that I didn't even know existed. Travel. The Philippines consists of around 7,640 islands, and some of these islands are filled with white powdery sand and surrounded by warm, crystal clear waters. I know that everyone's tuning in from all around the world, but I could use some nice sandy beaches right now. That is for sure. Uppsala University, founded in 1477, is the oldest university in all the Nordic countries still in operation. This isn't my post, but I have been to Uppsala. That is a beautiful cathedral featured in this photo. You can go up to the top of it to look at some old royal relics. This one is a grand view of the Indian Ocean in South Africa. It was beautiful. The waves were lapping on the shore. There were a few fishermen with lines in the water hoping to catch some kingfish. We walked along the shore, mesmerized by the water and enjoying the breeze. Now we move on to our third T, tradition. An important part of my family's Christmas celebration is the decoration of our tree. This year we had a black tree, literally, and decorated it with the Adinkra symbol ornaments. Another tradition, my dream of visiting Burano Island in Venice, Italy made my obsession and lifetime love for lace come true. Seeing this beautiful nonna do this artful, exquisite tradition of needle lace making was heart eye emoji. I may have even wept a little. Another tradition. Mochi is a tradition for New Year's. My mom passed it down and we always have mochi after midnight for the new year. This one is in the shape of the Kagami mochi. And then waking up at 4 a.m. on the weekends is something we do to catch a live British Premier League soccer match when the season is on. Our favorite team is Liverpool Football Club, and the last season we were the league champions. Our home is practically a shrine to LFC. It's our dream to watch a match in person at Anfield Stadium. And then finally, our fourth T is teach. During the Tet holiday, we will take a photo at the flower market with a red or yellow owl die, symbolizing luck and fortune. In addition, children will have the custom of wishing their relatives a great new year to receive the lucky money. Binaswan involves 3 drinking glasses that a Binaswan dancer gracefully balances on her head and in the palms of both her hands as they move. Then another teach, it is very customary for South Asian weddings to include multiple dance performances, and my cousin's engagement party was no exception. And then our final teach for our final photo from this campaign for tonight. Did you know that you can collect handwritten stamps at temples and shrines? These commemorate your visit, and the style varies by season and location. And so we wanted to highlight some of the posts that have come through our social media campaign, just to showcase what type of travel opportunities are still out there. What kind of facts can we still learn and still gain, and be able to, just showcase our world in our very own homes, because our world is our home and our world is in our homes as well. A next part that we want to highlight and showcase as part of this intermission here is we want to do a huge shout out and thank you to our good friends of Taste of the Caribbean. They participated with us on our very first ever Foodie Friday, where they partnered with us, where if you had dined out at their restaurant, they helped contribute funds towards our International Student Emergency Fund. Thank you so much to our friends at the Taste of the Caribbean. We had a great time chatting with them, hyping up each other's social media content, and we're so excited to keep this friendship in the future. And then finally, the last part that we want to showcase about this month, as we were building up to our final conclusion variety show, is we had a number of iMonth programs throughout this month. We had so many campus partners joining together to support us in just hosting different events around campus. And so special thanks to the Albers Business School, Career Engagement Office, our very own Global Ambassador team, KSA, the Korean Student Association, Learning Assistance Programs, and Education Abroad. All of these different departments help contribute to different programs throughout the month, and we actually had probably over 100 participants throughout the month of February. And so thank you so much for supporting not just the international student community, but the community of Seattle University. We are very grateful for all of you who are joining us today, but for all of you who have also joined us throughout the month, whether it was on social media or through some of these programs in person. So that kind of concludes our quick break spiel about all things international dinner. So as you all know, when you attend our very own international dinner, there's always a call for a second helping of food. At that moment, everybody gets up, pushes each other out of the way, and it becomes an all-out battlefield in order for people to try to get second helpings of our absolutely fantastic student-made dishes. And so, in order to keep that spirit of everybody frantically trying to get their second serving of the buffet line, we have another video from Calvin. This one is about butter chicken. And so everybody, please welcome Calvin and another video from his YouTube channel.
Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make butter chicken. It's a dish that was requested quite a long time back. I finally got a chance to make it. I found a really cool recipe. I adapted it so that it's dairy free. It uses some of the chicken that I made from the previous video. It's the perfect non-dairy butter chicken. here it is. I have butter chicken. It's got no dairy in it, and it's one of my favorite dishes, as you can tell by my huge smile. I'm gonna give it a taste and let you know what I think. First off though, I have to say shout out to Vishain, my friend who requested I make this, and he requested I make this a long time back, and this was the first time I could actually do the research, try different iterations out, and then came up with this one, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna taste it and let you know what I think. Oh man, this is one of the best butter chickens I've ever had. I would say the best one comes from a restaurant I like here in Dubai. Overall, I think this is a great dish. It's got the right amount of spice, right amount of flavor. The chicken really works well here, especially because I made it myself in the previous video. If you haven't checked that video out, go ahead and check it out. It saves you on having to look for tandoori chicken in the supermarket. Overall, highly recommend you give this video a go. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos made by me, click on the subscription box. It'll look just like this. I'll see everyone next week.
And that was another absolutely fantastic video by our very own Calvin. As a reminder, Calvin is an international alumnus of the university and is currently located in Dubai. And so it's absolutely incredible the relationships that come from our very own International Student Center, where thousands of miles apart, so many time zones, so many hours, and yet we're still able to come together on live streams just like this. Everyone who is on the YouTube side of the house, please let us know where you're tuning in from so that we can see where everybody is located as we bring our world to our home. I also see a lot of comments happening talking about how they are loving the non-dairy recipes, feeling so hungry. Twitch is starving. The Twitch side of the house is just talking about how hungry they are. And then I see some hunger comments happening on the YouTube side of the house. And so everyone be sure to click the link about following all the cooking tutorials from Calvin, where if you're feeling a little homesick for some fantastic ISC students powered cooking, this is an opportunity to join in with a former student of ours to be able to participate in your very own international dinner at home. Thank you again so much to Calvin. It has been an absolute joy collaborating with you with this international dinner live stream event. We are so thankful. And so next we have 4 more performances, y'all. We have, let me double check. We have 1, we have 2, just kidding. We have 3 more performances before we wrap up tonight. And so the next performance that we have coming up is from another club. This time we'll be featuring the United Filipino Club. They have sent us a video of their annual Barrio performance, and so they said that this video is from their 25th performance from 2019. Club President Rika has sent us a video where she was talking about how this is a famous Philippine dance called Saya Sabanco. This is a folk dance where dancers show their acrobatic skills and teamwork by dancing on a narrow bench. I see some Let's Go UFC hype coming up in the chat on the Twitch side of the house. Randy, thank you so much for the KXSU job offer. I appreciate that. That makes me laugh. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome a performance from United Filipino Club. And that was a performance from our very own United Filipino Club. Thank you so much to the United Filipino Club for sending in this video performance from 2019's Barrio number 25. This is an example of the different type of student showcase events that we would normally have in our very own Campion Ballroom, the same exact stage that we also use for International Dinner. I see some people coming in on the Twitch side of the house. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. We are currently doing a live show for Seattle University's International Student Center. So welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I also saw that we did have some tips come through. Thank you so much, Michael Kimiko. Hi, Mom and Dad. And then thank you so much for Sayuri for tipping as well. As a reminder, all tips will go directly to our International Dinner Fund as well as Seattle University's International Student Emergency Fund. And so for everyone who's voicing concern over on the YouTube side of the house, I got two like chats going on right now, so I'm chatting with all y'all. For the concern on the YouTube side of the house, they are very well trained. We actually have someone on the Twitch side talking about how they actually helped train dancers for Barrio during their time in grad school. And so it is absolutely wonderful to see that love and support for United Filipino Club coming through on both YouTube and on Twitch. And so, you know, if you are interested in joining United Filipino Club, for any students who are logging in and joining us for this live stream today, be sure to check them out on Connect SU and UFC, and to any other cultural clubs who may be tuning in today. We are very excited to see you, just see what you're gonna do this year for your legacy events, and we're very excited to support you. All right, y'all. So we have 2 performances left for tonight. And so this very next performance is from an international current student, who will be a double alumnus. So next we will be having Lucia Wong joining us tonight. Lucia is actually a returning performer for our very own International Student Center performances. Lucia moved to Seattle in 2016 from her home of Taiwan. During her time as an undergraduate student at Seattle U, she studied interdisciplinary arts, where she had a focus on music, and then graduated in December of 2019. So Lucia loves singing and writing her own songs, and so she does have her music available on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon. She is now currently continuing her studies with Seattle University as a counseling and psychology student. And so next we will be having Lucia perform, and just like with our other performers, we will be dropping their socials in the chat, so be sure to like, subscribe, and follow them on their different platforms. All right, y'all, next, Lucia Wong.
Hi, my name is Lucia Wong, and I will be playing a song called Hey by Pei. It's a song in Mandarin, and it's a song that I grew up singing and heard my parents sing a lot, especially during karaoke, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you. 世界上没有什 时候我会感觉非常累，有时候也会不自觉把你拖累。你有时会说我们不配，只要能依偎，真的真的我什么都无所谓。谁说不能黑白配？世界上没有什么事能够如此的绝对。曾经有人这样唱过，白天的不懂夜的黑，你却懂得我的美。钢琴也是黑白键，一样能弹出我对你只有满满的感谢。也许黑永远不明白，在这个彩色的世界，有你我才会存在。
And that was Lucia Wong. I feel like Lucia's voice is the pinnacle of Disney magic. She's so talented. We did drop her information in the chats. And so please be sure to follow her on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, whatever it may be. We're also just so excited to have, just the continued support of past performers coming in. I can definitely see the hype coming in through the chat on Lucia's amazing, beautiful voice. And if you're here tuning in tonight, Lucia, thank you so, so much for your continuous just legacy and support with our very own international dinner. It's always a joy having you come in and perform with us. During Lucia's performance, I did see a couple tips that came in, and so thank you Sayuri, Michael, Kimiko, hi mom and dad, and then Elise for contributing to our very own tip jar. Just as a reminder, anything over $15 we'll be sending you a commemorative International Dinner 2021 pin. Yes, that was absolutely so beautiful, Castellion Tallis. I just think that it is such a blessing to have such talented individuals as part of our Seattle University community. And so moving on next, so this is going to be our final performance for tonight. This isn't the end of the show though. I'll do some closing notes and things like that, but we do have one last performance. And so this, as those of you who have attended International Dinner in the past, Seattle University always ends with students dancing. I mean, y'all saw that in the video before, right? Y'all saw, our very own Ahmed lifting up child on his shoulders and dancing with the crowd and the audience. Like, that is the spirit and the excitement of International Dinner. And so in order to help maintain that spirit of song and dance, Vandana Gumuluru, who had the videos beforehand, they sent in another video where, in order to help us maintain the spirit, the secondary video is of Antakshari, which translates to the game of the ending letter, or it is the name of this game. In this game, the first person sings a line or two of a song. and then they stop. The last letter of the last word is picked up by the next singer to start another song. And so this performance, Nach Antakshari, puts a dance spin to this game. So in order to fight pandemic blues, Vandana gathered community members to choreograph a dance medley to bring us all some Dhamaka entertainment. Whoever just donated, whoever is Maria's fab, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all making me laugh with some of these usernames. It has definitely been a very, very fun night. And so we will go ahead and take it away with the final performance of this evening from Vandana Gumuluru.
बैठे बैठे क्या करे करना है कुछ काम शुरू करो अंताक्षरी लेके प्रभु का नाम
मूंछों को थोड़ा राउंड घुमा के अन्ना के जैसा चश्मा लगा के कोकोनट में लस्सी मिला के आ जाओ सारे मूड बना के और मैं रजनी फैन डोंट मिस द चांस चुराना मेरा जिया चुरिया चुराना मेरा जिया यार बिना चैन कहाँ रे प्यार बिना चैन कहाँ रे सोना नहीं चांदी नहीं यार तो मिला अरे प्यार कर ले
मेरा केबल खा के तो दुनिया भूला के नाच धुन कोई गुनगुना ले गाले तू गा के नाच
तेरी बंद है कैसे मैं आऊं और दिल रजामंद है आजा 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 बैंड बजा लेके आजा तेरी याद सताए डोले राजा तू आजा जो दिल से लगे उसे कह दो हाय 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 जाने दो दिल से चले जाने दो कह दो घबराहट को बाय 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 Love you zindagi Love you zindagi Girl you're my chammak chalo You could be my chammak chalo Kaisa sharmana aaja nach ke dikha de aa meri hole aaja pari da gira de aa meri akhiyon se akhiyan mila de aa tu na nakhre dikha Wanna be my chammak chalo
And that was
Hi, Father
the
Steve.
very last performance for tonight's international dinner. Let's get some beats playing in the background. Nope, it's refusing, so I'm just gonna not do that. Oh, Spotify's frozen, I guess. All right. Well, maybe beats will turn on, maybe they won't. I saw that during that time we got another tip from Tam Honks. Thank you so much, Tam Honks, for your contribution. I've also received some text messages directly from individuals, so I want to say hi to all of you who are participating and watching the event, but are, unable to participate in the chat and all of that. We're so excited to have you there. And thank you so much for your contributions to our tip jar as well in the future. So, just like that energy that was featured in that song before, I think that this is an opportunity for us to pass on the energy of these type of, there we go, here's the music. I think this is an opportunity for us to also help pass on the torch in different environments and all of that. I do see that we had another tip come in from Mercy. Mercy, thank you so much for your contribution to our tip jar. Everyone who has contributed, remember, all of these funds are just going to go directly to our very own Seattle University International Fund, but also to our international student emergency funds as well. So y'all, this year's theme is Our World at Home. And I think that, as we look around in the world right now, things feel limited, but I think this event has showcased to all of us that maybe things aren't as limited as they seem or how they feel. I think that this is an opportunity where tech can bring us all together in unique ways, as long as we invite it to come together in these unique ways. I know that through my own personal life, I've started streaming. I've started doing this on the side for fun, on platforms like Twitch, and I've been able to connect with different people and meet new, just kind of form new communities. I've also had opportunities to join in with some new orgs and platforms, got to meet some individuals in, other cities, other countries, other states. I've actually reconnected with some long lost friends. Jin Not Jim, if you're still watching, hello, shout out to you, friend from high school that I reconnected to through these type of digital events and these type of digital platforms. I know that I have some of my high school friends, shout out Jenny, Sydney, Chelsea, Rachel, all of you who are tuning in and have been very supportive throughout my time starting my streaming journey and all of that. And I also think that this has provided me and many others an opportunity to take some time and connect with yourself and your own world at home. And so, before we wrap up things tonight, I do want to give a loving shout out to the ISC team. I decided to use this photo because it really captures our energy. This was from our Halloween photo. Absolutely love all of you. I wish we could be here panicking and putting together this type of event in person, because normally we would be doing lots of cooking and stuff behind the scenes right now. Panicking, have some great memories of us running with trays of food, looking like a scene from ER as we're sprinting across Campion Ballroom holding trays of hundreds and those times. That brings us the closest to our student community and our student staff and our student volunteers, brings us close to one another. And there's nothing better than watching Ahmed and dancing on a stage with a giant Dale head and pretending like Dale is the one dancing, and all the conga lines we've had throughout all the different years. I also want to give a special shout out to Sayuri, who was our intern helping us coordinate this event. Please drop all the love, emotes, emojis, whatever platform you're at. Please drop as many applauses, hearts, whatever it may be, to support Sayuri, who came in and helped put together this just really fun event. This was a really fun night, y'all. Like, this was so fun to do. I love seeing, you know, I see Tiffany in the chat. Tiffany is tuning in from Laos. I saw Polo in the chat. I know, Polo, I think you're home in India, right? We have people who are tuning in from other states. I think we have some East Coasters there. We just have so many different members of Seattle youth community coming in together to spend some time together and celebrate our very own world at home. And so everybody, before we wrap up, I just want you all to know that our virtual tip jar, I believe we were able to raise a grand total. This includes the text messages that some of y'all have been sending me. So this is a grand total. We were able to, in tips, make $770 for our International Student Emergency Fund, as well as for funding future international dinner events. Everything that you've all contributed is not just going to help pay for interns, to help pay for future chairs, it's also going to help international students pay for emergency funds in case there's something that happens outside of their control, in which they need to apply for emergency work permits or whatever it may be. And so thank you so much to all of you who have been contributing throughout tonight. Thank you for I see Elon. Hello. I know you're tuning in from the East Coast and it's late for you. Thanks for joining us. I also see Alyssa, who is tuning in from another state as well. But you know, everyone, we are gratefully appreciative of all of you. I'm so thankful to my whole team. Thank you to everyone who stuck through it and watched. We had, I think, over 70, 80 attendees tonight on a Saturday night random YouTube event. That's pretty good. So thank you again. Huge appreciation to all of you. Let's get our co-host here and ready to go. He got all nicely dressed for today's event, and he is also greatly thankful to all of you. That does conclude International Dinner 2021. Like I said, this has been your host, Marie Johnston, Assistant Director of the International Student Center. But for those of you on Twitch, this has been your host, Marito Bonito. For those of you who are on Twitch, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I should be back on Monday. For everyone else who's tuned in with the ISE, thanks so much. Feel free to continue chatting in the chat and doing your thing. But goodbye from Marie and goodbye from Taro. Have a good night, everyone.